that only did diapers. And what they explain, like there's so much statistics and information that I think sometimes gets lost, because a crying baby may be more abused than a non-crying baby. And a mother who can't control the crying baby may be abused a lot more, you know, and so there's just things that you don't connect.
There's also a huge piece of feeling like an adequate parent.
Yeah.
It actually is a mental health thing, right? But I think I said it downstairs, but bodegas downtown are selling for $1 a piece, right? So you're trying to figure out how long can I make this 5-diaper stretch to get through to the next paycheck. So we know there's obviously health impacts on the baby that you're not diapering enough. But there is not a parent who comes into this building who does not want to be the absolute best parent they can be. And when you are struggling to give your baby the most basic things, it really gets in your brains, right? About what kind of adequate parent are you being, right? Do you start believing what some society is saying about you? And so
There's also like some young girls won't go to school if they can't afford sanitary products, so they're wasting like a week of school because they're, embarrassed that something might leak
I
out.
had the New Jersey legislature just passed a bill that like homeless shelters have to make tampons and pads available. Like, what shelter was not already doing this?
Thanks for the law.
Thanks for a mad glass.
But also there was part of it that it also has to be available in all these other public spaces, right? That where now you're paying for it, it has to be made available so that there's no disparity, right? I mean, that's hopefully the idea.
Have you approached like Huggies and Pampers and said, hey,
Unilever.
I'm not pro Huggies or Pampers. I'm gonna be careful in this how this challenge is going down. But I will say that Huggies, every year, we're part of the National Mega Bag Network, which is like a nationwide. And so as part of that, we actually get a tractor trailer full of Huggies every year. First, I just feel that lasts about 2 months. Tractor trailer full of Huggies.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's discussing the Sarah's point, like shrinkflation is real, the cost of consumer goods is going up, follow the consumer price index, that like retail goods, hygiene products, things like diapers, those are all increasing dramatically month over month, and people's wages are not keeping up with that. Like there's a lot going on, but people are considering things like diapers, feminine hygiene products, a flexible expense, and that's like the absolute last thing we want is people foregoing this so they can pay rent, so they can put a meal on the table. And we've seen a task, the demand for hygiene. Prior to COVID, we're doing maybe 100 hygiene kits a month, we're up to 1,300 kits a month. And it's not just because we're giving them out for free, it's people need it. It's the last thing they want to ask for. It's something that, they can purchase on their own. And so I just can't underscore enough that things like diapers, it's so incredibly important, this service. And it feels sometimes like it's a bonus. Like, oh, you come to home trying to get diapers too, but like it's a necessary, it's like shelter, food, and water, and you need to be able to care for a baby.
We're gonna keep walking on the hallway. This is a sneaky tour, but I don't actually walk you around the building.